This is my punishment for having goals in life.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to witness the roast of Xaiah, born on March 17th. The funny part is, when I was approached in terms of doing this roast, I wasn't sure in terms of how to approach it. I haven't seen a roast in a long time. So I decided to go about this like a Street Fighter player, because I know Xaiah is scared of grapplers.
What is this? I'm scared of Dude, I'm so scared of grapplers. I kid you not.
So I've known Xaiah since about 2011, and it was pretty interesting to see him as a scrawny, pimple-faced diabetic who's trash at fighting games evolve to become a scrawny, pimple-faced diabetic who's trash at fighting games. We all get squeamish at a lot of things. Me, for example, when I see broken glass patterns, I really get the creeps. For James, it's blood and vomit that really grosses him out. For Xaiah, what really makes him squeamish is a set of clippers. For as long as I've known this man, his hair has been raggedy. And to top it off, he lived next to a barber school and refused to step in there. I'm pretty sure they would have gave him one for free because he was looking that raggedy. Let me talk about the Mo Shack era of Xaiah. I don't think anybody remembers this about Xaiah. Janine, this is gonna be pretty good for you. So a long time ago, when we were doing WMB at Champs, Xaiah decided at the end of the whole Mohawk era, which I thought was trash anyway, he decided to get one himself, and it was pure ugliness. This man had a mohawk up here, and in the back had this low down, dirty, nasty shag in the back. So he looked like he was wearing a dusty Trojan helmet. It was terrible. It got to a point that if we did not convince him, or if he did not convince himself, he probably would have got an ugly rat tail. Now imagine dating somebody with a rat tail. These days, I look at this man's hair, I swear he's trying to look like The Weeknd, looks more like a Wednesday. And most of the times, he's looking like Gerald from Hey Arnold. I mean, the resemblance is there, I'm sure you see it. So when Street Fighter V dropped, Xaiah learned this technique where if you move back from somebody that's trying to grab you, you can automatically attack them and get them for damage. That was referred to in Street Fighter terms as the shimmy, despite the fact that I've been doing that for quite some time in Tekken. I want my check. But it's been great knowing that I am friends with someone that has been dubbed the Shimmy God, and has been so for 5 days. This man could not keep Shimmy God for 5 days because, oh boy, this man's trash. Listen, man, Mash could keep his name for 5 years just doing what he's done. You gotta do a little bit better than this, man. Around 2013 or so, Xaiah, Basic Complex, OJ, and Only Jamal joined Ayasha's Fight Nation, whom actually formed a little union with Empire Arcadia. Now, one would think this would be a different standard of living in terms of a tournament player, you being sponsored, you hopefully being able to be flown out to several tournaments and what have you. In the case of Xaiah, this was just a case of comfort. I'm pretty sure he was happy with getting ravioli 3 times a day. That was probably a come up for him. And I'm pretty sure he thought this meant he was going to improve, he was going to start advancing from his pools, he was going to start placing maybe top 16, top 8, things of that nature. Pretty much his experience at Fight Nation and EMP was constantly being yelled at for tournament results by a Caribbean fraud that still wears a Nintendo Power Glove and takes credit from others. Honestly, I shouldn't really joke about Xaiah and the ravioli. He does like the finer things of life. For example, there was this one time where he went to this fancy restaurant, and I mean, they had the works: lobster, steak, caviar, all this great stuff. This man opted for a grilled cheese sandwich. That happened. That definitely happened. Xaiah is the type of person to make a hospital lit. The last time he was there was for some low blood sugar. I remember seeing him twice. The second time, all of us were there. I think we were trying to sneak a setup into the place. Now, if he kept this up, it was going to be to a point where he was going to be typing in the chats, hey, I'm having a session today at ICU, bring setups. Nah, but all foolishness aside, Xaiah, from the other side of the globe, just letting you know that it's been dope being cool with you, being staff mates with you at Tearless Heroes and whatnot. Just let you know that you have been a great friend. I've always admired your execution in these fighting games.
Hey! What the f? Oh wow, you piece of I really enjoyed the times when you've spazzed out, although you should do it a little bit less because that's really getting to your blood pressure, to be honest with you. And I've always appreciated that you always know what to do when you get fronted on.
What's up? Oh, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. She might be dead. She might be dead. Wow. What? Wow.
With that being said, enjoy the rest of your birthday. And I just close by saying this. I need you to drop the Guile and I need you to drop that Bison. Just pick up that Ken, pick up that Laura, pick up that Balrog, and start winning.
I don't know if you noticed or not. I'm pretty free, dude. Like, I didn't know how free I was until I actually realized it. Like, damn, I'm free. Like, I couldn't get any freer either. Like, I'm like the maximum free. Like, you want some more free? I'm like, no, thank you. I got enough. It's enough free for me for tonight.
You were real government cheese free tonight,
yes,
man.
Like government cheese, hurt your stomach type free.
Yes.